Good evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. I am Sultan Ali and here are tonight's main headlines. The 11th round of the Sultan Qaboos Award for Culture, Arts and Literature is dedicated to Omanis in the fields of Omani environmental studies, radio programs and classical Arabic poetry. The Financial Services Authority confirms that its new system achieves structural and operational benefits and announces the public offering of 3 companies affiliated to the Omani Investment Authority during this year. And the Public Authority for Special Economic Zones and Free Zones awards a tender for consultancy services related to basic infrastructure facilities for the first phase of the Integrated Economic Zone in Al-Dhahira Governorate. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. The Sultan Qaboos Higher Center for Culture and Sciences announced during a press conference held today in Muscat Governorate the details of the 11th edition of Sultan Qaboos Award for Culture, Arts and Literature. His Excellency Habib bin Mohammed Al-Riyami, Chairman of the Sultan Qaboos Higher Center for Culture and Sciences and Secretary of the award, said that the Sultan Qaboos Award for Culture, Arts and Literature is a tribute to intellectuals, artists and writers for their cultural contributions in renewing thought and elevating human emotions, and it emphasizes the Omani contribution, past, present, and future, in enriching human civilization with material, intellectual, and cognitive achievements. The award is dedicated this year exclusively to Omanis. The Sultan Qaboos Award for Culture, Arts, and Literature is divided into 3 branches: culture, arts, and literature. The culture branch covers fields like language, history, philosophy, and more. The arts branch includes music, visual arts, and theater, while the literature branch focuses on poetry, novels, and essays. The Financial Services Authority confirmed in a press conference that its new system enhances the integrity and independence of the financial sector in the Sultanate of Oman by expanding its operations and fields. The authority added that its new system achieves structural and operational benefits, the most important of which are enhancing its role in providing a suitable investment environment and enabling the development of national capacities. The establishment of the Financial Services Authority and the issuance of its system aims to rearrange the financial services system, including capital markets, insurance markets, commodities and energy markets, and derivatives, as well as supervising and regulating accounting and auditing firms. It also aims to enhance the integrity and independence of the financial sector in the Sultanate of Oman through the new identity of the authority, which keeps pace with the requirements of the next stage and consolidates its strategic role. The operational system of the Financial Services Authority serves as a general legal reference for all sectors under its supervision. It paves the way for the issuance of legislation that achieves structural and operational benefits related to integrating the financial sector into the national decision-making system. His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamad al-Busaidi, the Foreign Minister, and His Excellency Dr. Sha'i' Mohsen al-Zanaidi or al-Zandani, the Foreign Minister and expatriates of the sisterly Republic of Yemen, affirmed during a phone call the depth of the fraternal relations between the Sultanate of Oman and the Republic of Yemen and their continued development and enhancement in all fields. They emphasized the 2 countries' keenness on the security, stability, sovereignty, prosperity, and territorial integrity of Yemen. The Public Authority for Special Economic Zones and Free Zones awarded a tender for consultancy services related to the design and supervision of the basic infrastructure facilities for the first phase of the Integrated Economic Zone in Al-Dhahira Governorate to a partnership composed of Omani and Saudi companies. The first phase covers an area of 20 square kilometers, of which 6.5 square kilometers are allocated for the initial phase. It includes the plan for the dry port, which will be managed and operated by the Asyad Group. The remaining part of the zone's lands to be developed for future expansions to meet the land requirements for all economic sectors. Credit Oman continues its efforts to empower Omani exports and domestic sales through a package of insurance services it provides. These services help customers sell their products locally and globally and enter promising markets worldwide by reducing commercial and non-commercial risks. In the past year, Credit Oman witnessed a 7% growth in the total insured sales volume for exports and domestic sales. Credit Oman played a crucial role in driving economic development in the Sultanate of Oman and increasing Omani exports to reach all markets of the world. The insured export sales accounted to 6.6% of Oman's total non-oil exports eligible for insurance. The total insured sales volume for exports and domestic sales in the past year amounted to 356.9 million Omani riyals compared to 333.2 million Omani riyals in the same period of the previous year. A car bomb exploded in a busy market in a northern Syrian town earlier today, killing at least 3 people. Volunteers with the Syrian Civil Defense, known as the White Helmets, said the blast just after midnight killed 2 children and a woman. The explosion that tore through the busy market also wounded 5 civilians and destroyed shops and homes in the area. First responders struggled to break through the large panicking crowds in the markets, searching for casualties, clearing the wreckage, and putting out fires. No group has immediately claimed responsibility for the attack. The Russian air defenses have destroyed 3 Ukrainian armed forces jets. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, the air defense system successfully intercepted 178 Ukrainian drones, along with 23 missiles from the Ukrainian multiple launch rocket system. The ministry also reported the destruction of 2 ammunition warehouses, an assembly and storage workshop for drones, as well as a military personnel and equipment belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces in 126 districts. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The 11th round of the Sultan Qaboos Award for Culture, Arts and Literature is dedicated to Omanis in the fields of Omani environmental studies, radio programs, and classical Arabic poetry. The Financial Services Authority confirms that its new system achieves structural and operational benefits and announces the public offering of 3 companies affiliated to the Omani Investment Authority during this year. And the Public Authority for Special Economic Zones and Free Zones awards a tender for consultancy services related to basic infrastructure facilities for the first phase of the Integrated Economic Zone in Al-Dhahira Governorate. With that, we come to the end of tonight's bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night, and until next time.